Y'all want to? Yeah, I showed them to y'all. Okay, that's kind of the same thing. Yeah, come back here and say, no. Say, somebody does that.
Okay, y'all live. Y'all see it on y'all phones. The live come up. All right, Shalom. Right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises to the Most High. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters pursuing this truth in sincerity. May the blessing of salvation be upon your house. And that's what we're going to talk about today, man. Salvation. Most people think salvation is just you, oh, I died and I went to heaven. No, salvation is tied to rulership and immortality for a particular line of people in the earth. That rulership in itself is going to be beneficial to everybody, but the intricacies of what this family gets, that's exclusive. Okay? So I see you got a precept. Go ahead. If you got one.
Well, I was just going to get this Romans 4 just to establish what you're going into in Romans 9. Romans 9 and 1. I say the truth in Mashiach. I lie not, my conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed for Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
It said the covenants with an S pertains unto the nation of Israel. All right, the giving of the law. There was one people on the earth that were given the law. How do you even sin if you weren't given the law? Okay, so the only people who can truly sin in essence is the nation of Israel. Okay, and that's the people who's going to have sin removed from within them. All right, and to have sin removed from yourself is to also remove what from yourself? Death. We're going to get into a bunch of that today, man. You got something to say before?
No.
Yeah, man, so salvation isn't necessarily the escape from earth. Now, we are going to be beamed up, but it's more so talk going into the renovation of the earth. The earth needs righteous government, all right? And that's what salvation is centered around, man. Okay? You got Michael 4.
Yeah.
We'll read through that a little bit. And you got something?
No.
Okay. You also get Daniel 7:27. And I'll get Revelation 5:18. Okay. You can get yours first, brother.
This is Micah chapter 4 and verse 1.
Okay, so here we're going to talk about when the kingdom of heaven is established, when these people are taken back to their holy land, there's particular things that are going to be happening in the earth, all right? And it's going to paint a vivid picture for you of what the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be on earth, what it actually is. You got it, bro.
God, Micah chapter 4 verse 1 says, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of Yahweh shall be established in the top of the mountain.
All right, so the nation of Israel, that government, is going to be over all the governments. What Esau's trying to do on the left-hand side, establish his NWO and have one world power that kind of, through technocracy governs everything, that's going to be done righteously on the right-hand side, okay? And it's not going to fold how some Esau shit is going to fold, because Esau's not going to fulfill his enterprise, okay, as the scriptures say. You got it, bro.
Okay, continuing on, it says, in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it.
Okay, so people are going to flow unto this family for righteous government, learning the ways of the Lord. It's going to say it. Go ahead, bro.
God, it's in verse 2, it says, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh and to the house of the Most High, the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path, for the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem.
Read verse 3.
Now, verse 3 says, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
Hey, if I can say this, see, and that's how you know precept must be upon precept and line upon line, because I believe Genesis read this and they stopped it like precept. See, this is not after the 1,000 years, so there's going to be some people that's going to be saved. No, you read. It's letting you know that they judge right. That judgment is going to be given unto these heathens. Why is that? Because the laws of the commandments are not going to be written in the inward part. We're not going to have to tell them next answer until they are after 1,000 years.
That's it. And verse 5 gets real deep. But finish verse 3 again, bro.
Kind of said, verse 3 from the top, it says, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off.
So off the rip, it's letting you know there, like the elder said, there's going to be a hierarchy in the kingdom of heaven. There's going to be a people above other people. Go ahead, bro.
God, it says, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks.
That's the opposite of Joel 3. Joel 3 is going into the gearing up towards World War 3. There's not going to be any war in the kingdom of heaven. Go on.
Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree.
Every man of Israel. Not every man is ornamented in that sense. No. Every man of Israel. Go ahead, bro.
And none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of Yahweh of hosts has spoken it.
Check verse 5 out. This is the point I wanted.
Verse 5 says, for all people will walk, everyone in the name. For all people will walk, everyone in the name of his God.
That's a lowercase g there. Yep. Now keep going.
And we will walk in the name of Yahweh, our power, forever and ever.
All right, so when you go to Revelation 5 and 10, it talks about us being made kings and priests. We're going to be likened unto how Yahweh is our bridgeway to the source. We're going to be the nation's bridgeway to the source. There's going to be men set up over particular nations to where we're going to be like gods on a lower level to them. Okay? Everybody's not going to be considered a god in the kingdom of heaven. So off right there off the rip, it lets you know that when you're talking about salvation, it's pertaining to a particular family of people. It's not everybody. You had something I see.
I just got that Daniel.
Okay, yeah, time. Daniel, what is it, 27?
Yes, sir.
Daniel 7 and 27. In the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
Shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. That's, again, the kingdom isn't for everybody. Salvation and the kingdom are synonymous. You see? Go ahead, man.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
All right. All dominion. All dominion.
All dominion.
All dominion. You got it. Go ahead.
No, I mean, yeah.
That means everybody on the domain of the earth abroad is going to be underneath of these people. There's a separation.
Including bastard states.
Yes.
And assimilation doesn't mean salvation. It simply means that you assimilate to our ways. And yes, we're gonna have certain people that that we're taking a liking to run our nation. Well, not our nations. We find that our enterprises. That doesn't mean that there's something they're saying. Yes, we have a certain service in the nation. Hey, our service is gonna be taken care of, man. Right? If there are in our certain lands which we, saying that all the lands will be ours, they're gonna have certain parts of the land, right? Certain quarters they're gonna be in, but they're gonna be slave quarters. Like it says in Deuteronomy, 29, around 12, right? The strangers among us, they're gonna be hewing wood, right? And whatever you take care of, yes, because we have certain laws and commandments on how to take care of our slaves, bro. We're not going to be unrighteous like Esau did. Do all type of hideous things to them. But yet still they're going to be under circumcision.
I got the Revelation 5 and 8. You had some more on that?
That
That was the point.
yeah, that was it.
It's Revelation 5 and 9. All right, the point I wanted to 10. It says, and they sung a new song saying, "Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof." Only one who's worthy to do that is Yahushua. But thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by the blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. That's the scattered Israelites. That's the diaspora. Somebody can get John 7:35 in the NLT. You know, when you get the KJV, that's all everybody got.
John 7
and 35.
Oh,
Okay,
John chapter 7, verse 35, it says, the Jewish leaders were puzzled by this statement. Where is he planning to go, they asked. Is he thinking of leaving the country and going to the Jews in other lands?
To the Jews in other lands. So that ministry, it's the reason that it's mentioned neither Jew nor Greek and not neither Moabite nor Jew. Specifically, you're talking about that Greek captivity. That's when our people were Hellenized and they were given over to another way. So that was highlighted in the scriptures for a reason. But when you skip the Apocrypha, you miss hundreds of years of history. You don't know that. So regardless of where you go throughout the volume of the book, this message, this gospel is written to the Israelites. Here in Revelation 5 and 9 is going out to the scattered Israelites, right? Revelation 5 and 10, it says, and has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. A priest's job is to administer the way. Okay? We're going to be kings and priests. And you're not a king unless you have subjects. Somebody know what that said in Proverbs? Okay. You can't be a king or have the king in a reign and you don't have subjects.
October 13 and 3. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he has scattered us among them. Well, no, just not that what you brought out in John 7:35. You know, the word being preached, amongst many nations, because it's for the diaspora. It's for the Israelites that have been scattered abroad.
And when we say that, that's off the rips to let you know it's not a thing of complexion. Because you're going to have Israelites that look like everybody. But don't get it twisted. The bulk is going to look like the so-called Latino, Black, and Native American people. But it's not a thing of complexion. And that's when people get simple. But if you want to be simple at this day and time, fuck you, man. Be simple. All right, you got that percent, bro?
This Proverbs 14 and verse 28 in the NLT, it says, a growing population is a king's glory. A prince without subjects has nothing.
All right, so when the scriptures say in Revelation 5 and 10, we're going to be made kings and priests, there's going to be subjects in the kingdom of heaven. The difference between this kingdom and the kingdom of heaven is that the kingdom of heaven is going to have a righteous government. Anybody that is okay with being in America in this society, knowing how wicked the powers that be is, you're a little off. If this is the best you can see, you just don't got the gift of faith to have the vision. All right? You had a question or something? Okay, cool. So now let's go to Jeremiah 31 and 33, because there's a particular subset of people who are going to have the Lord's way, the law written within their inward parts. And if you have the Lord's way written within your inward parts, like we mentioned in the opening of the lesson, you have access to immortality. And that's not going to be for everybody. You got it.
Hey, just like the society that the elites are trying to erect, man. This new world order, this whole implemented this AI, all right, and ultimately Revelation 13 and 16 and 17 implementing the Quran, the micro C-hip into people. You see, you think these people are gonna be a part of the elite salvation that they trying to erect? No. You see,
when they talk about immortality, when Bill Gates and Neuralink, they talk about trying to achieve this godhood, you peons ain't gonna get access to that, man. Huh? Yeah, you go ahead.
And like this precept said when we read it, a growing population is a king's glory. A prince without subjects has nothing. So here it is. The growth of something expanding represents what? Prosperity. It means everything is running smooth. It's beneficial. Versus what these elites like Bill Gates, like all these people at the W to the E to the F, what these reforms they talking about, we need to decrease the population.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Showing that these niggas contrary.
Because they want to decrease the
population so they can infuse man with machine. You know, the less people that they have on Earth, the more they'll be able to chill.
It's easier to control.
So, and it'll be way easier to control. With that CM, they're gonna be able to control every aspect of your life. I'm talking about how much you eat, how much you drink, how much electricity you consume, where you go, your whereabouts, what you're thinking, what you spend, and they'll be able to capitalize off of that. Because the new goal now is what? Data.
Yeah. They paying trillions of dollars for data on people.
I mean, hey man, they got data centers down here in Dallas. If you see one, hey bro, they got, it's like, man, it's like where you see where this cornerstone right here where it stops.
Yeah.
Right, not the whole cornerstone, but like half of it, I would say.
Yeah.
Man, it's like big boxes. It look like monitors. You know the old school monitors?
Yeah.
Man, they got them all
Stacked up.
Right. Yeah. In Urban and Red Oak, man, they building these facilities to do what? To store people data. And also to be able to run these new AI mechanisms, bro. So they're gonna have society on total lock.
Think about that, man. Think about you saying something at work or disagreeing on a phone call about what the small hats are doing. And they they set your bank account off.
Yeah. Right.
You can't even get gas. You leaving home from work trying to get gas, and then set your shit off.
Right.
Because you was like, man, something ain't right.
Right. Well, that's why they're trying to go electronic. You say something out the way to the if you want to, they're gonna shut your car down. Drive your ass to the goddamn police station.
You try to bust this light and put your ass around the car.
Right. Distracted.
Yeah. That's a little bit of an inside joke for me and this brother right here. Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my
real.
goodness.
You got your ass on lock on camera. Like, no, nigga, you playing.
So,
Like, talk about it.
yes, man. You can't lie.
You can't lie.
I see you.
I see you. Inside joke, bro. Sorry. It's like
Yeah. Yeah, man. So this man trying to put you in the digital prison.
Yes, bro.
He trying to put you in a prison within your own body, man.
Right.
And that's what all this is leading to. That digital ID is all leading to that infrastructure, man.
And we're bringing that out just to emphasize, bro. There's a hierarchy right now.
Right now.
You're not a part of it. Everybody's, everybody's not a part of it. We talking about the elite. We ain't talking about a nigga that got $3 million playing basketball.
Right.
We talking about the people who write his checks.
Shit. We talking about the people above the president.
Right.
That nigga a peon compared to the people we talking about.
That guy Sterling, I forget what it was LA Clippers. He said all that stuff. Donald Sterling said all that to say about Jake. He's like, look, I think like you. I look like you. I just don't want you to be with them. Talking about the side piece.
Just don't break to my job.
I mean, that's my job. And he talking about millionaires.
Yeah.
Think about that, bro. So it's a whole hierarchy that Jake ain't even thinking about that we don't have access to.
We're going to have control over infrastructure in every industry. We're going to have control over how the food is grown all the way to when it gets to people's plate. Every fabric of life. We're going to have control over the media. We're going to have control over what's taught to people. The music, the clothes people wear, how road and cities are built. We're going to have control. No, you can't do it like that. You have to do it like this.
Yep.
We're going to have, that's the kind of control we're talking about. Jake, they don't, that even makes them uncomfortable when you talk about rulership in that way. You see? But we're going to be made perfect to do that job. So that brings us back to Jeremiah 31:33, man. And I'll also get what is it? It's in Ezekiel. Oh, Ezekiel 36. It's talking about. He said you're gonna put my spirit in you, and you're gonna do it. You're gonna keep my ways. Like 20 something. When we get that Jeremiah first, though. I got Jeremiah. Let me get that.
No, I got it. This is Jeremiah chapter 31,
pocket, bro. Go ahead.
31 and 33.
Yeah.
Now, this is Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 33. It says, "But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said Yahweh, I will put my law in
Okay,
their
after those
inward parts."
days, after this kingdom is done, all right? Because this kingdom has an allotted time, all right? And along with that allotted time, it also has an allotted ruler that's going to be ruling this age. You go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, and let you know that the Edomites will be ruling at the last age before the kingdom of heaven is established, right? So after this age, the Lord has a promise with the same family of people that he always been dealing with. Read that again, bro, from the top.
Back in Jeremiah chapter 31 and 33, it says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said Yahweh, I will put my law in their inward parts and write in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people.
So that law being written within their inward parts, okay, is them being able to keep righteousness perfectly. All right? That's when we'll be able to keep the law perfect. Anybody saying you can do it now is a fucking liar. Because if you were able to do it now, you wouldn't need Yahweh Shah, which we clearly know isn't the case. Okay? So now we can go to Ezekiel, brother got precept.
Ezekiel chapter 36 in
27.
Yeah, you straight to the point.
Oh, you can start wherever you finish your play. Whatever you have.
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 22. It says, Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, I do not miss for your sake, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake.
Lord, the Lord is good. If we're representing the Lord, all right, we have to be perfect. So he's going to make us perfect. And we drag the Lord's name through the mud. Okay? Because if your name is attached to your what? Your reputation.
Right.
So the Lord ain't going to allow his reputation to be in the mud forever. There's nobody doing the Lord's name right. Those small hats in the Holy Land, they doing the name wrong. They took that name, and they just, the Lord gonna clean up his reputation, man. So it's not because of you, because you so damn special. It's because the Lord got a covenant with you. And you know, hey, at the end of the day, he gotta protect his reputation. You got it, bro.
It says, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whether ye wit. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them.
It's like you got a girl. People know this don't work, and they see her on the blade.
I just had a party at the
I use the blade because the Lord calls us hard. Yeah. You see a brother woman on the blade, you don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, what? That's crazy. The blade, for people that don't know, that's the street where you can find the prostitutes. All right? That's what Israel was on. We was down to get down with anybody. So much, like, I couldn't even, most people would crash out. Because you dealing with your woman, if you find out she on the blade, you'll be like, what? Now imagine the Lord and his righteousness. Why he allowed us to go through what we went through, man. Right. We had to pay for that shit. It was only right. You want to say something, bro?
No, I'm just going to be like even going like into like a wealthy family. You know what I'm saying? If you a father, a family is known for their reputation, and their son come up and their son act a fool. Back in the ancient day, they would cut them out. They would cut them out from the family, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the same way how the Lord did us, man. We supposed to be the son of God. We got to represent. You know what I'm saying? Our father. See, always so the Lord would proclaim his name, man. All right, and the Lord gave that mercy. You know what I'm saying? He gave us a good back. I was sanctified by great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which he profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh by Yahushua, saith the Lord God, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. For I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you out of all countries, and will
will bring you into your own land.
They go to diaspora again. It was mentioned earlier in the lesson.
Right.
He said he was going to bring us into our own land. He's taking the nation of Israel out of all these places they've been scattered. And we've been scattered for a long time. Even going back to what, Acts 2. Even back then it was Jews, devout Jews in all these different lands.
Right. Yeah. Shit, we can take it back to after the Syrian captivity.
Yeah.
I mean, the majority of the northern tribe, man, they don't know who they are.
So you can only imagine, you know, it's gonna be some Israelites that don't necessarily look the part, man. Okay? But at the end of the day, through the seed, they go back to these people. That's just what it is. You got it, bro.
Verse 25, then I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you. A new spirit will I put within you.
And software update. You know how you update your computer, you update your phone, and they got a whole new operation. It's like, oh, this way better. That's gonna be this family of people. That's not written to everybody. It's nowhere you can go in this volume of the book where they have access to being made perfect. Because you have to be made perfect. You can't obtain it of your own accord. Your righteousness is as filthy rags. So nobody can obtain this perfection that's being written about unless they were promised to be changed and made perfect. And that's written to the nation of Israel. The elder went to Romans 9 and 4 earlier. Come on, man. Be for real. You got it.
Verse 26, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them.
So we talked about that because when we talked about rulership and controlling of every industry, y'all probably be like, yeah, that seems kind of harsh. Micromanaging everything. No, we're going to have the perfect mindset to do it. We're going to judge the righteous judgment every time. You got to boss. You had a
Romans 11 and 25, for I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness and darkness happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles become in. Right? So a Christian that's ignorant to prophecy, they would say, well, there you go, that's Gentile that's coming in. Let's keep reading. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written. There shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. For this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins.
Our sins going to be taken away. Let's get 1 John 3 and 4. For the people that's simple, what is sin? Let's get 1 John 3 and 4, and I'll go get Romans, because it tells you what the reward for sin is.
It is a little bit more.
Okay, come on, go ahead.
Going back, Ezekiel 36 and verse 28. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your God, and I will save you. I will also save you from all your uncleanness. I will call for the corn and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. But the point is, like I said, that's salvation, bro. It says, I will save you, man. When you go into that word save, it's Strong's H3467, Yeshua, or I think it's Yeshua. Okay, Yeshua the water, bro. It says to be saved, all right, to be delivered. It says salvation. You see? So that's salvation. Ultimately, who is the Lord talking to, all right, in these verses, man? He's talking to the nation of Israel, the northern and the southern kingdom, man. Showing you that the actual believers can be saved and brought in as salvation. No, that's not true, bro. You see?
Right. 1 John 3 and 4. I got the one to go with it.
God, this is 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4.
It's going to tell you what sin actually is. You got it.
It says, whosoever committeth sin, transgressing also the law, for sin is transgression of the law.
So, boom. We ask Christians that all the time, but this will never cross their mind. This precept. Okay? So again, we mentioned earlier that there was only one people even given the law.
Right.
So you got to start putting these pieces together. But it's not for everybody to put together, especially not the niggas in Genesis. It's just not for y'all. They're not prophets.
Those are the people who are going to be redeemed, bought back from what? From breaking the contract.
Yeah.
You know?
This is Romans 6:23. And so this is the price of sinning, which is why they're having that law written within the inward part is such a great reward. And we're going to get into what that equals. But this is for the wages of sin is death. But the gift of God is eternal life through Yahushua Mashiach. So these people are seeking immortality. And the only way you can obtain mortality is having the perfect judgment within you. What they say down there, it ain't on you. It's gonna be in us. You see? I want to go to unless brother had a precept. Anybody? No. I want to go to 1 Corinthians and interrupt. Y'all got a precept.
Oh, okay.
You got something.
Now this Psalms chapter 147, and I'm starting at verse 19. It says, "He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh." Let you know that the Lord only deals with the nation. He's dealing with the nation of Israel, right? That's the whole reason, like it says in Amos, the 3rd chapter, right? The whole reason why we get jacked up the way we get jacked up, right? Because we're the Lord chosen ones, man. Right? The nation that the Lord chosen. So therefore, we're gonna be punished for us going sinning against Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? That's the whole reason why we got put into captivity in the first place. The Luke the 4th chapter. Right? You were sold unto the nation not for your destruction, but because you moved the Lord to wrath, because you provoked him about sacrifice unto idols. Paraphrasing. So that right there lets you know, man, he's only dealing with the nation of Israel. Therefore, only the nation of Israel, that's what the salvation is for.
All right.
This Micah 4:1. It says, "But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, let us go up unto the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob." You see, the God of Jacob, man. Joel 2:27, what did the Lord say? "Now I'm in the midst of Israel, and I am your God and none else," man. What we paraphrasing, man. You see, it says, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path, for the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Now we read in Ezekiel 36 that salvation is what the Lord put the Spirit, put the law within us, man. That's truly salvation, man. You see? So here it is, we're reading about the establishment of the kingdom of heaven on the planet Earth and the rulership of Yahweh on the earth, man. All right, but it says to other nations. It says other nations will have to come up and learn. Now, salvation was truly for these nations. Wouldn't the Lord put that aside for the truth? You see? No, letting you know that it's a separation. Going back into the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, man. What did it say? It's a great gulf between what? Rich man and Lazarus, man. You see? It's a separation, man. You see? So salvation is only for Israel, man. You see?
Revelation 2:26. "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations."
Right. You see? Power over the nations, man. You see, showing you that like hey, it's gonna be order in the kingdom, man. You see? Israel on top under Yahweh Shai, you see? King David and the 12 and the 144,000, you see? All right, then there's gonna be the rest of the nation, man. You see? 2/3 will come back, you know what I'm saying, through the loins of the elect, you know what I'm saying? And therefore fulfilling the scripture that all Israel shall be saved, man. You see? And ultimately the 2/3 gonna receive that salvation. They just want to come back, all right, in the kingdom. You see? But like the elders just like,
"And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations."
Right, so the Lord is promising power over the nation, rulership, dominion. You see?
being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, that joint heir that you read about in the scriptures, you see, that spot or that chance is only going to be given unto the people on that side, man. No, Edomite is not going to get a chance to be a part of Yahweh Shai's, at the 144,000, man. No other nation, man. Only the elect of these people, man. You see?
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron,
Right.
as a vessel of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father.
Well, we're going to be ruling with Yahweh Shai, right? We're going to be breaking the nations. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, they're going to be coming and ruling. Coming for us for diplomacy, coming to us for guidance on how to rule them.
We read that in Michael 4 earlier. Things in Isaiah 2 as well.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the solution. The righteous government. That's how all the nations are gonna benefit. But they're not gonna benefit in the way of immortality. Hell no. And they never mentioned that. Are you saying that the heathen gonna be beamed up? Are they gonna be changed?
They said beamed up, bro.
They say they're gonna be beamed up?
They said some are going to be saved, like beamed up.
That's fucking, you're an idiot.
Beamed up, like vassals stuff.
Okay, are they gonna have the laws written within their inward parts? If you're gonna be through, be all the way through then. Let us know.
Right. Now they said that, some will be saved,
Be slaves.
to be relations with them. Basically, they're gonna be assimilated. Seem like they were saying they're gonna be assimilated to the nation of Israel, because the instances they use, like Hagar, or not Hagar, but Rahab, right? She was integrated into the nation of Israel, but she's a female, so her lineage not gonna go on.
Yeah, her line will continue through her.
Right?
Yeah, they trying to save face for the so-called white man because the heat about to come down on the believers. So they trying to sidestep.
You think it's gonna be something real? Yeah. And a lot of these people feel it through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. So they on a PR campaign. A lot of these guys, they know how crazy and absurd that they look, so they had to explain themselves to the masses.
Yeah.
Right? Henceforth, a PR, a public relation campaign, a PR campaign,
Yeah.
public relation campaign.
Yeah, the young, y'all mentioned it yesterday at y'all camp. I think the brother Osmond Wall. He said, you know that $500 course, and it was, what's it called? It's called Sakari University or
Right. Yeah.
He said, niggas that got on the conference and said, I paid $500.
Yeah.
Money.
Right. Salvation, Scientology, or whatever Edomite word they were using.
Oh,
So yeah, they're teaching these cats. They're paying. They're charging cats $500.
You can switch the whole
And
doctrine.
they switch the whole doctrine, and then say, "My man, I wasn't persuaded all the way."
Oh my goodness. Get them niggas their money
Whole
back.
ass nigga, bro.
They grifters, like the other, yeah.
My
Oh,
bad.
yeah, I was saying.
I wasn't persuaded. Hassan, how I wasn't persuaded all the way. $200.
Oh my goodness.
Get the fucking money back, man.
Get the money back. They ain't gonna do that though. These people aren't genuine or sincere, man. They're not your leaders. And the Lord's making that evident to the whole flock.
Yeah, man. Like the bro said, man. Like the dog said, man. That's a lot of money to take, bro. That's a bill, bro. Right? That's $500 that man could have put on the bill to continue his life.
What they say, 90% of Americans don't have $500 saved in their bank account. And you took it, bro?
Yeah, bro. Like times is hard out here, bro. And you over here grifting people and changing up the doctrine. You're going out just like polite.
Damn. The Lord gonna whoop y'all ass on the level where we couldn't whoop y'all ass. So we just gonna sit back and wait. And we gonna laugh at y'all calamity like it talks about in Proverbs 1, man.
Hey, real quick. Proverbs 23 and 23. Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. So you invest in this truth for yourself, but you ain't supposed to be selling this truth, bro.
Man.
Especially if you call yourself a preacher. You know better than a pastor. You know better than the TDJ selling woman down on loose. You know?
Horrible, dog. Y'all got any more precepts before we get that from Corinthians?
All right, cool. All right.
We just go keep holding down on this point, man. Salvation is tied to rulership and immortality. That blankets what salvation is for you, man. If you confused on what it was.
I got that in 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 15 and 51.
Behold, matter of fact, somebody give me the AMP. Check the AMP. Yeah, because it's gonna put some stuff in parentheses for you, like dude.
Okay, this 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 51 in the AMP. Okay, in the AMP, Salaki, it says, listen very carefully. I tell you a mystery, a secret truth decreed by God and previously hidden, but now revealed. We will not all sleep in death, but we will all be completely changed, wondrously transformed.
All right, and this again, that all is it's talking. It's not talking about everybody. It's not talking about the world and the oikum in a sense. It's cosmos in that sense.
Right.
All right, the world of Israel. You got it, bro.
Verse 52, it says, and in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye,
we taken up into the chariot.
At the sound of the last trumpet call, for a trumpet will sound, and the dead who believe in the Mashiach will be raised imperishable, and will not completely, and will be completely changed, wondrously transformed.
They're gonna be changed into immortals. All right, and the dead that believe in Yahweh, they're gonna be raised up first. The people that was laboring and doing this work and that was sincere towards it, they're gonna be raised up first. All these people that believe in Jesus, you tell me they the ones that's gonna get raised up and changed? Because these heathen, they don't believe in Yahweh. They don't believe in Yahweh.
Right. Yeah. Who's the heathen that's gonna cling up to this doctrine? Like, where are they, bro?
Where they at? And why y'all don't go set up and teach them?
I guess they in Pastor Dow's congregation, right? Which them guys that are cleaving up to him, more than likely they change.
Yeah, if somebody truly cleaves up to the doctrine, they believe in Yahweh, they understand the names, they prophecy clicks with them.
It's like,
it's because they're Israelites.
I'm sorry.
You got it.
If you wanted to make more money, why wouldn't you just teach that? If you were just about the paper, now granted, you might bring some people in there that are heathen, and you might offend a lot of people. But if you're trying to make it more, why don't you just teach the correct doctrine, bro?
Hey, if you want to be a nigger, you can still teach the truth and make money. That's what y'all was doing in the first goddamn place. And maybe that wasn't enough money.
It's recession time.
Yeah.
Well, these bills are going up. Like, Seattle expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Seattle expensive for a reason. It's very nice out there.
Yeah.
So in order for you to keep the thing about a Ponzi scheme, new people gotta always get in.
There it is. That's why with these other groups, it's always about new members. That's why whenever something pops up in the news, they pop up to get more people.
Right.
Because they trying to get more of this.
Right.
Great Millstone, we the only camp that had a decree go out, no new members.
Yep.
That right there should be a sign to you, like, oh, they're not about the bullshit. They're about doing things the right way.
Right. And if you were serious about it, and if you're serious, like there's brothers that worry, it's still on.
Yeah.
If you're serious, just watch the videos and emulate. You got brothers out there that were once affiliated. Them brothers was on fire. Them brothers crossed over. We got brothers in our camp. Young brothers, man, out there on fire.
Yeah.
And all they had to do was just watch the videos.
And they went out and did the work. Nobody had to tell them. Yeah, man. So look, the Lord is making it clearer and clearer to the whole congregation who his men actually are, who's doing this work in sincerity. who's about the mission and not their own agenda. You see, we don't have our own agenda, man. We understand we're simply utensils to feed the Lord's sheep. But because we were able to humble ourselves and do that, the Lord's gonna bless us on a whole new level, man, that nobody's ever seen.
That's right. Man, we just punching in the clock, man. Hey, you got your head down, your faith up, punch in the clock. Do the work, and that's it. Go home. You know, chill for a little bit, get you up, do it again.
Yeah.
Just punch in the clock. Because this is a job. This is a job. This is an occupation. Right? This is an investment. You know what I'm saying? It's not about us and our feelings and, you know what I'm saying, Jake? You know, no, bro. It's about Yahweh Shah and really ultimately reconciling those who have ears to hear back to him. Right?
You gotta get his glory first.
He got to. Now a nigga with a fitty cap talking about, I'm fresh, y'all. I got my Zig seats and I look, they match it. Man, bitch, get the fuck out of here, man. There's a lot of weak shit going on in Israel, bro. Jake don't take this doctor seriously like they used to 10 years ago. This doctor was very serious, bro. There's too much fucking playing, man. The Lord's Most High, we at the end, man.
You got a lot of people got complacent.
Man, we at the end, brother. And a lot of people gonna get shooken up because they haven't been emphasizing prophecy.
Oh, Yahweh.
Right. Yeah, the spirit of Yahweh is prophecy.
Revelation 19.
Yeah. What the hell going on, man? That is getting terrible, man. That is getting fucking terrible. Yeah. That is getting more and more terrible, man. Right? Hey, prophecy is happening, man. These people are fleeing down here to Texas just to get their judgment, bro. Hey, that was a woman off of what? She was off of Elm Street, got ran over last week.
Oh, yeah,
Right here.
They dragged all the way down.
What street? Yeah, Elm Street. Goddamn, right here.
Yeah. They dragged that Chick-fil-A down there all the way down right here.
Yeah, losing their life,
It
dog.
was a trail of blood.
Right. Hey, a man just committed a murder suicide. I think, as a matter of fact, he killed two. Well, he shot two people. His ex-female and a bystander, and then off himself.
Oh, he might look at dude.
In the north.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In North Dallas.
It was that nigga woman, she had put a post up a little while back saying that she prefer white men.
That was her?
That's her.
Yeah. Down here in Dallas. No,
the one that was
come on. She prayed for a white man.
He smoked your ass.
Smoked her ass like a salt.
Yeah, but she was like this out here. This is horrible out here.
Yep. It's going down here, bro. It's going down here. It's going to get worse out here. Meanwhile, Jake is out here praying, switching up the doctrine and things of that nature. They're not getting the congregation ready for what's to happen. You know what I'm saying? We out here telling people what's about to happen. Everything you see going on before you, wars, rumors of wars, uproars of the people losing their mind. All this goes back to what? To the Lord coming back. All right?
But now I see you had a preset, bro.
I mean, the point kind of fast.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Yeah, 'cause, you know, I just kind of talk over this stuff.
Yeah.
Going back, what did you read about the truth?
About the truth and selling not.
Not right. So this Isaiah 55:1 in the NLT. It says, "Is anyone thirsty? Come and drink, even if you have no money. Come, take your choice of wine or milk."
Right. Hey, we those cisterns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We those cisterns that people supposed to come to get, you know what I'm saying, replenished, man.
Right.
In the spirit, bro. You guys are the broken cistern. When you teach the word, you're supposed to be teaching. You're supposed to be teaching about Yahweh Shah, prophecy, history. You're supposed to be edifying the camp, not changing up the doctrine so you can be drift your congregation.
Yeah. People supposed to feel rejuvenated when they hear this gospel. All right? But because everybody out here, they're searching for something. They have a hole inside they're trying to fill. All right? But that hole is spiritual. They're trying to fill it up with carnal things. You're not feeding the flock in a way to where they're looking forward to the kingdom. They're not longing for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's what you're supposed to be motivated to do when you hear this word. Right. You're supposed to long for the kingdom to come upon the earth. But because you do not mention Yahweh Shah, because you do not go into prophecy, okay, and because you're not, overall, just because you're not teaching the proper doctrine, your congregation is empty. That's why when ICBK, that kid came up, that young man as he called himself, he didn't know any goddamn thing.
He ain't know nothing.
He didn't know nothing. He didn't even know what he didn't even know the point of all of this.
Right. And I guarantee you, somebody that's been listening to GMS, I mean, honestly, listening to GMS, taking those things of that nature, man. That same person could go up to a camp and have questions that would make them upset.
Yeah.
They would legitimately have questions like, so what's the mark of the beast, man? Hey, you know, GMS says, you know, it's to see him, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you know.
What was the significance of Melchizedek? Shit like that would just fuck them all the way up.
Right. The chariots, what are the chariots?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you say, you know, John the Baptist, you know, was, you know, blocking the truth, was in Matthew 11 chapter. This is,
bro, something simple is, how does lineage work according to the scriptures?
Right.
That'll fuck a lot of people up.
Right.
Because they really, they on the low, man, they are carnal when it comes to that. They don't, you don't hear them really go into the nuances of how does that work. Just little simple shit. Because they're really not about the mission.
No, it's about them.
It's about them. So now they're getting confounded, they get cut, they just look silly all the goddamn time. You know, you got it, bro.
Going back, Isaiah 55:1 in the NLT, is anyone thirsty? Come and drink, even if you have no money. Come take your choice of wine or milk.
Right. Hey, so this truth is supposed to be $3.99. Right. This is a labor of love. A labor really in fear also. Man. Reverence to the Heavenly Father. Right? We don't want to get jacked up, so we out here on the highways and byways consistently. Doing our sit-downs consistently. Right. We want to get the hell up out of here. Right? And we don't want to get jacked up with this world. We want salvation. I don't want to die with these people, man. You know what I'm saying? I want my kids to die with these people, bro. You know? So we come out here and tour, not for their hidden agenda. We come out here and tour, you know what I'm saying, out of sincerity, bro.
Yeah, man. This is the only comfort. If you're a believer, this word is the only comfort that you can get in this world. Yeah. Because outside of this, what are the elect going to be doing? Sighing and crying for the goddamn mistakes. Sighing and crying for the abominations being done in the midst thereof. Yet after that, brother, somebody can get Ezekiel 9:4. Because these guys, they're not sighing and crying for the evil that's going on in this society. They living good. They enjoy it here. That's why they put the kingdom off. What he said, 1,000 years ago, another.
Yeah.
That's why
the Lord exposed his nasty self.
Yeah. That's
right
why
after that, bro.
Yeah, right after that.
Right when he said that the Lord exposed his nasty tail.
And that's why, you know, they do that. Because they're not longing for the new heavens and the new earth. They're not vexed in the spirit for the wicked conversation of these people, the corruption that's going on. They're not vexed about it. They're going along to get along. And this truth has become an avenue for them to thrive in this society.
Isaiah 55:1 in the NLT. Is anyone thirsty? Come and drink, even if you have no money. Come take your choice of wine or milk. It's all free. And our people thirsty as hell, man. Our people dehydrated, man. You see, but they running around like the scriptures say, seeking teachers, having itchy ears, man. You know what I'm saying? All this. Can I pull some real quick, bro?
No, you got it, bro.
This verse, 2 Timothy 4, verse 3 in MSG. You're going to find that there will be times when people will have no stomach for solid teaching, but will fill up on spiritual junk food. See, that's exactly what our people are doing. They're filling up on spiritual junk food. They drinking spiritual soda, thinking that they're being hydrated, when really it's dehydrating their ass, man. They're not truly being hydrated, man. Like the elder said earlier, if you truly a man of the Lord, and you truly about Yahweh Shah, what does the scripture say? Out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water, man. You're supposed to have the water so where our people who thirsty can come drink from, man. All right, it's a constantly pouring out water for our people to drink, and it's free, man. You see?
It ain't like these whole ass niggas who charging. You see? And when you look at Yahushua wasn't charging niggas. The apostles wasn't charging niggas, man.
But you can.
Well, I ain't gonna say niggas. The apostles wasn't charging people, man. You see, Yahushua wasn't charging people,
right.
man.
They got niggas in their congregation.
But
you
talking about the masses.
I get what he said.
Yeah, I'm talking about the masses.
Yeah, I get what
you know what I'm saying? But going back, this supposed to be free, man. Like the elder read in Proverbs, freely you receive, freely give, man. But there's one more. Back in Isaiah 55 and verse 2 in the NLT, why spend your money on food that does not give you strength? Why pay for food that does you no good? Listen to me, and you will eat what is good. You will enjoy the finest food. Man. See, because right now, table is prepared right now on the spiritual table. We got a spiritual table right here, man. They got all the finest foods, man. You see the finest cuts of meat, the finest the wine. Yep. You know what I'm saying? The finest food. But our people are walking by and they getting filled up off GMO Doritos, man. On spiritual GMO Doritos, man. You see, niggas like Jake like junk food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even in the spirit, when it comes to the spirit, they like their spiritual junk, man. Right. And they filling themselves over there, and it's destroying them, bro. It's really not benefiting your spiritual body, your spiritual body, man.
Like that scripture said, it's not giving them strength.
Right.
You see, when you come here, I'm gonna just give this example. You know not to take the mark of the beast, and you're gonna learn what it is. So in the day of temptation, you have the strength to abstain from it.
Right.
So like, go ahead.
I ain't gonna cut you out.
Yeah. So in those other congregations, you don't know for sure what the mark is. You don't know for sure. In those other congregations, you don't know for sure what the mark is. You don't know how to deal with it when it goes down. Here at Great Millstone, you do. So you have the nutrients of the spirit so that you can stand in the day of the test. Right. You understand? You got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I want to make that point too. Like the brother said, you eat junk food. Junk food is not building your body up properly carnally on the corner sense. You eat nothing but processed food. Your body is not being built. Your bones are not getting the strength that they need.
Calcium.
Yeah, calcium. You know, your shit brittle. Likewise with our people in the spirit, man. They brittle as hell. And how are they gonna be able to withstand the storm that's coming, man? If they're not built up, man. They're not receiving that the real food that's gonna benefit their spirits, man. Yeah. You know?
They ain't got no chin in the spirit.
St. John 6:51. I'm the living bread which come down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world.
I don't know why I didn't think of that scripture earlier, man. Again, following the proper doctrine, walking in it, leads to immortality, which again is for this family of people. You've strayed from the path grossly, and everybody can see it, man.
Yep, congregation. Even people around you start to like,
what? Look at you sideways. Now, this thing was a hole the whole time. We've been telling y'all. We've been telling the GMS, hey, that's what y'all been thinking this whole time.
Right. We just some haters, right? They said the same thing about the prophets.
Right.
We're supposed to be unpopular. We're not supposed to be well spoken of.
Who was the king that said this man always got something bad to say about me?
Ahab.
Ahab.
Yeah. Like I told him, like, man, look, you gonna die when you go to this battle, bro. Straight up.
Let's take me in the Ahab spirit.
Yeah. We're here to tell you the good news and the bad news. The bad news is that the majority of our people are gonna die. And we're about to enter into a time like no other, a temptation like no other, man. And a huge aspect of that is gonna be what? Technology, bro. What they're doing with this technology is going to be unprecedented. Right. You see humanoids walking amongst us. Right? If you look at China's humanoids, man, they're very sophisticated. They're about to unleash a massive amount for purchase.
And that's what they're showing the general public. They're not showing you the shit they got in the back.
Right.
Right. But whatever they show you, best believe they got some shit way better than that in the back that they use for sinister purposes. You see? Now, you brought that up. It's coming quicker than people think. You got JFK Jr. right? His whole thing was Maha, make America healthy again, right? And he was against the Jews. He was against, merging with machines and all that. And now that he's a part of the Trump team, he all for that shit. He in meetings with Neuralink. What the fuck he mean with Neuralink for? So the prophets are warning you that all this shit is on the way, man. And the implications of that is if you go down that road, your salvation is going to be voided, at least on this side, because all of Israel is going to be saved, right? But you're not going to taste of that first, you know what I mean? That first meeting.
Right. And the other nation, these other camps, they call us conspiracy theorists. You got Wi-Fi said, man, you got a lot of people out there that's conspiracy theorists and trying to debunk, the Quran, and I broke down the Quran, Revelation 13 and 9, and did like a 3-hour video. Didn't say shit. Didn't say a damn thing, bro. Right? So you got a lot of these guys. They're leaving. They're leaving when it comes to prophecy, the nitty gritty of prophecy. All right, they'll lead their congregation to abyss, bro. And that's going to lead a lot of these people to take the mark. A lot of people, man, they're going to be in straits. A lot of people, they're not going to know who to trust in that thing. We're coming to the time to where the ministry is about to go to that next level. To where we might not be on these corners too much longer. To where we're going to have to take care of each other on a very intimate level, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, that is the reality of things. The Lord has brought his man out for you to know which way to go. Now, whether you have the eyesight to see who it is or not, that's not up to us. We're doing our job. Our job, we continue to do our job, all right, so that we could receive salvation, all right. But we definitely know where the wrong way is being taught. For sure, hands down, we know where the wrong way is being taught. And the Lord has used his men to tell you the wrong way. But because you're still attached to this flesh and you haven't become a new creature, majority of Israel, they pick those wrong paths. All right? Because all those other camps and stuff, they have a way of still feeding that old man. When you come here over to hear the Great Millstone, bro, and those who teach the likewise doctrine, that old man gets starved out. You have to become a new creature.
Get your ass carved out.
Yeah. You had something, bro? What time is it? Okay, we got 10, 15 minutes. Cool. We finished that 1 Corinthians.
No, we ain't never finished.
So we didn't get all the way through.
All right, going back. See one on the AMB.
Yeah, we can read the KJV. I just wanted to show, because it said we should not all sleep in death. And when it straight up told you, because I heard somebody break that shit down different. But I can't remember what the fuck they said. But you got it.
1 Corinthians 15 and verse 53. But this corruptible must put on incorruption.
The flesh is corruptible. We're in these earthen vessels. Or as the scriptures say, the chains of darkness. We're able to commit sin. We're going to be given a new body in the heavens to where we can't do that. This is like a rental car. We've been given a rental car for this time just to go to work and do our purpose. But we're going to get this shit back. We got to get a rental back. We got a real vehicle waiting for us in the heavens, man. The new body, we got it.
It says, and this mortal must put on immortality. But when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
And that is for this family of people. These are the people who are going to have access to overcoming death. You understand? That's just not for everybody. No matter how you try to spin it or cut it. And that's why the nations are mad. That's why Esau really angry. And that's why everything that he does is motivated by trying to duplicate what the Lord has promised us. There's only 2 people on the earth talking about immortality on a regular basis. That's the elect of the nation of Israel and Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Primarily the small top, tiny top, small hats. Yep. Those are the only people really talking about immortality. Why is that? There's only 2 people that were promised domination over the earth. Jacob and Esau. but his rulership will be temporary, and Jacob's will be an everlasting dominion. He's trying to manufacture in a way that for himself.
That's right.
Everything the so-called white man does is motivated by trying to get that blessing back.
Flesh.
Yeah. He knew he fucked up. He said, dang. And he's trying to make that shit right.
Yep.
That's why from since the Renaissance period to now, 500 years, look what this man has done. He's been hauling ass to try to lock everything down. But as the scriptures say, man, he's not going to fulfill his enterprise. These people's reign, it's about to come to an abrupt halt. See? You got a precept, bro? Oh, we got Isaiah 47. Nobody got it.
Going back, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, in verse 56. Verse 55, verse 55. Death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law.
So the sting of death is sin. So when we're upgraded as a nation, guess what? We're not going to be able to sin. Henceforth, we're not going to die. The elect, it's not going to die. Right. Now there's instances in the scriptures where there's going to be old men, you know what I'm saying, in the nation of Israel, you know, kids playing things of that nature. But shoot, the least of us is going to be as David. There you go, as King David. A mighty nation, bro. You know?
That don't get you excited. This ain't for you, man. When you hear these topics, when you talk about this, the rulership of dominion, the immortality, that should get you excited. But it's a lot of things that's off-putting for them. It's so strange. That's, you see, when we talk about this thing, that's why when Jacob's trouble come up, we'd be like, well, we got to go through it.
Yeah.
We understand that, hey, man, whatever we got to go through to get to that, I'm down.
We understand that they got to happen for us to get to that stuff.
Good stuff.
But you got other people out there that they talk about the Jacob trouble. His flip-flops is the ISUPK call it gay. Right? But you got a nigga with a whip and mustache.
A whip and a I think
boy talking saying all types of incendies. You know what I'm saying? You got Shikari Camp and the spin-off of Shikari Camp. They're saying so much craziness.
Right.
You know? They're not getting our people ready for the said perils to come. Yeah. Because we're coming through some very serious times, man. Right. People are about to be unemployed on a massive level. There's going to be a homelessness that's going to wreak havoc in the so-called Native American community, man. Not to mention family.
The same behind 2020, they released that pestilence on you people.
Right.
There's going to be rounds of that.
And they just had I forget the term for it. They just had a hearing where they were just bringing it out that, you know, that jump shot, if you will, it leads to blood clots.
Well, they knew that. That's why Fauci had to get started.
Right. The government is off them. 65.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It says in scriptures, what says Psalms 90 and 11, that by strength we get to 63. Well, the average person lives to 63 by strength 80.
Yeah.
People ain't even making the 60.
About to come though. The prophets are gonna have evil. But again, there's many people who have princes on their t-shirts So yeah, these things should kind of come. You can walk into Jacob's trouble.
Go through what we need to go through. And trouble in. The reason why we're going through certain uncertainties and things of that nature, that's helping us gear up for the times that it's going to be a high level of uncertainty. And that in itself is that in itself is
You dirty bitch!
hey, you can go up there with that, man. Go up there with that, man. Go up there with that. You know? She got demons on her, bro. Big demons. She's got that soccer school.
I know, that's what I'm looking for.
You know?
Hey, yo, what the fuck going on? Oh, she really chasing her.
She got that soccer school.
All right, go ahead.
Yes.